Okay, show me how. I'm going to show you how to install a window, a nail on, from an existing nail on. This is the interior, okay? That's what the interior looks like. So I'm going to go on the outside. I've already started taking the wood off the trim. And what we're going to have to do here is cut the drywall back a little bit because the frames on these older single glaze windows, single pane, are not as thick. So you're going to have to take maybe a ½ inch or an inch off of your existing window jamb, the drywall. Okay, so I've done a couple of these other ones. I can't recall. I'm sorry if I uploaded them or not, and I will. But this will come out. It's nailed on the outside. This is what it looks like on the inside, finished, and it will look like this when I'm done with it, finished with a newer window that's dual glaze. So I wanted to show you the inside. And here's the outside. Okay, so I'm taking off the trim, and you have a little bit of fastening here that I've already taken out. We'll take off the battens, and then this will come right out, and then we will put it back in, and I will try to flash around it. It's already got flashing underneath it. I'll just add a little bit more to be safe, and then I'll re-put the trim back on. That's going to be a little thicker. This is just 3/8. So I wanted to show you that. Okay. And again, you can see I've already taken this out. This is T111. It's probably 3/8, 7/16 thick. These will come off, and then I will show you from there. And just so we go over it again here, I'm not sure if I ever went over it, but cat's paw, two-sided, helpful wire cutters to help pull nails out. You can roll it, or you can do it parallel with the handles as far as removing the nail. Pry bar, this stuff's really old, it's just gonna split, but you can take the heads out first. Okay, of course you need a hammer, a couple different types of hammer, won't hurt. So you could just use this, right, to remove that. That's if you want to preserve, put back the wood that you're removing, which I don't care about. However, the prices are so exorbitant, I feel like a little poor, forgive me for a lack of a better phrase, it doesn't really matter. Okay, poor white trash, poor Vietnamese, whatever, okay? So I like to save this stuff if I can because it's redwood, and it's all expensive anyways, even cardboard, as silly as America's going. So, anyway, so that's the routine here. And you'll see, I just thought I'd show you a little bit. It's quite easy. But with all the finish, linseed oil, stain, whatever, that they have in here, this stuff is a little bit resined in, okay? Of course, I have one more up there, but it's generally preserved. You can clamp and glue that if you want. All right. I'll give you a peek of that. Okay, folks, so I just thought I would show you this. So I didn't care about running a straight line, okay? I mean, if you want to do it to hone in your skills, great, but it's nice when you have a little bit of ripple because it kind of helps lock in the wood where it's going to go back. So it does simplify it. But you can see here, I've just cut back. I didn't penetrate through this wool board, or I'm not sure exactly what it's called. And then I'm just going to put the I will flash this a little bit after I put the other window in with some of that flashing I showed you before. Okay, just to be cautious. I've ripped some of this down, and this is just some of that flashing, okay, that you can get anywhere. All right, waterproof flashing membrane. I will put this, once I put the other window back, I'll put this over it, try to get it behind this, and then I'm gonna Sikaflex all the joints, and trust me, there's gonna be zero penetration. Because this is the way it was before, and there was zero penetration. Now, because obviously in the cracks, you're gonna want to fill those in or you would have penetration. So now I could take out all the fasteners, and on a mobile home, it's gonna be the same thing, but these are actually exposed. I mean, they don't really trim the windows out on the older ones. So they just use a fastener that's got that rubber washer behind it, and that's your seal. Okay, as you saw in some of my earlier videos on that mobile home. So this is what it looks like, folks. I'm gonna pull these out. If you want, stick around here a second. Okay, good, you can see. And then you'll just take that, okay, you'll take that cat's paw. All right, then you can come in here and just do some quick removal of the fasteners. You can already see with a couple gone that the window is starting to move. And remember, you know the rules. I just tell you, I don't make them up. Gloves, goggles, garb. All right, so here's what. I got 3 nails out. Let's get a 4th. Should have my gloves on. It feels better working with them on. Okay, you see that? Okay. So here you go. All right, that's just popping out a couple nails, all right? Because they don't have a lot of nails in here. And remember, dirty hands, we don't know whose dirty hands were on it. They weren't mine. But I'm no perfecto either. Try to be a perfectionist. Anyways, that's it, folks. So this is gonna come out. And then, as you see, I'll show you where you're gonna cut the drywall. And that's only because your window is thicker, because it's dual pane rather than a single pane. All right, so here we are. I'll zoom in, and you can see where I marked it, the jam, okay? I marked it 1.7/8 from the wool, because that's where the frame is on top of this wool. And then we'll cut that out. I just fastened cardboard. You gotta really do this, a sheet, something, or you're gonna get dirt everywhere. This is one of my most foolish aspects of working, is that I just despise having to mask everything off, tape everything off, plastic everything off, but you really have to do it, or you're just creating a disaster for yourself. A lot of extra unnecessary work. And I even have a little bit of a bleep here. Hopefully that won't be too bad. I should probably even seal that off a little bit better. Maybe I will. Anyway, so I've got that marked off. I'm just gonna cut it. Google's garb, all that, I'll show you right now. I'll just stay with it, showing you a little bit. Best thing to cut it with the paddle. All right, let me zoom it out. Start over here. Make sure you guys can see okay. All right. I'll start over here since it's a little bit more sealed off. Easy. Get this saddle all cut. Probably better to score it. Score it first. Then you'll have a nice clean line to shape. Now, one thing, folks, is my blade is probably dull, and I know my battery's going south. So that's why it's taking a little bit longer. But here, let's just pop it out for you. Okay. Okay. Clean look here. Up. Oh well. All right, so here you go. This is what you're looking like. So that gives you 1 3/4 inches for the new jam to sit further in. Okay. So 1 7/8 inches. I'll show you this, and that's the last crucial step, and then you can just. That's it. That's what you're looking at right there. And that's where your jam will go inside to up against the drywall here, okay? Then you can, if it's real tight caulk, if not, then you're gonna have to mud it in a little bit. So I'll show you this on the outside when it's done, uncaulked or anything, okay?
I catch one mice over here.
Oh, it's alive?
It's still alive.
Yeah, they like around here because I guess I got to clean this up, you know?
Yeah, that's because it's a mess around here, that's why.
Right.
And they got casita at the hole by the block.
Well, now they have nowhere to go.
That's why kids was sleeping.
Let me get a. Let me get something on that. That's good. I like that. That's a close-up. Okay, so I've decided to do the flash underneath just for simplistic purposes. And then we're gonna see if this thing will mount up. Regardless if you put the flash on the outside or underneath the window, you must put the top piece on last, because that's the way the water is going to drip down, right? It's going to like cascade water fall down, so it's got to overlap from the top down. Okay folks, so this is what the outside looks like. Now I haven't fastened this in yet, but I have the flashing underneath. Okay, I'll take these down because not necessary, but you guys see that how I did that, and I just put these pieces back, and then I will put a 3/4 or 1.125 deep plan on around. So you can see the flashing is behind here, and then this last one I tacked up will go on top. Okay, so I wanted to leave that out for you folks so you could see it. And what I'll do also is I will go in and show you the inside. And the outside again will be trimmed out in something a little bit thicker, not wider, but thicker than this. You can see the thickness is 3/4, this is 3/8. And then I can mark and retrim it out. But it won't be this wide either. But you better do redwood. So that's it, folks. That's what you're up against. It's pretty easy. I think I have 3.5, 4 hours in this, so I'll have a little bit more time. I'll show you the inside, and that's it. Okay, folks, this is the final. This is what it looks like from the inside. And try to show you that some of it came out really tight. There's no guarantee because the wall thicknesses are different, but this came out within caulk. Over here, this tightened up too quite a bit, but you can see there's a little bit of a miss, You just putty it in a little bit. If you're a hack, then you could definitely caulk it in. But it's pretty close, definitely. All right, and again, this is, 4 hours pretty much by myself. So you guys can do it. Let me see if I can get a little bit better lighting in here for you. Lighting is not good. That should bring in a little bit more light. And that's it, folks. I hope this helped you out. Show me how, just showed you how to put in a nail-on window, replacing another nail-on window. Thank you. Please subscribe. Out.